Am I visible to you, ma'am?
Yes, you are. So let's get started. So welcome, everyone. Welcome to day three. I'm still in day two, day three
Day three, it's day
of
three.
connecting online. This is our 12th annual event. And our presenters coming to us from New Delhi, I believe, in India. And that's Mandeep Kaur. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yes, ma'am, it's Mandeep Kaur from India,
Kaur.
Punjab.
Oh, great. So I'm learning how to pronounce Indian names. That's good. She's been working as a trainer of spoken English to native speakers. She has worked as an educator in high school as well as at the college level. She's had 11 years experience with various age groups. She's an active online tutor and blogger at the same time, so she does both. She's presented at various national and international conferences, and currently she's working as a freelance tutor for spoken English. So welcome everyone, and welcome Mandeep. Looking forward to your session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Hello, friends. I would like to say thank you, all of you, and especially Dr. Neil, who arranged this magnificent platform for educators. My name is Mandeep and I am from India, and I have been in this field of teaching since 2009. I'm
Sorry,
going to,
sorry to
yes,
disturb you, Mandeep, but do you have a headset maybe? Because we hear background noise, or maybe you can close the
uh,
windows. I don't
I
know.
already closed, ma'am. Actually,
Okay.
here, here Indian believes the people here are making sounds, and this can't be can't be
So
stopped.
do
So
you have
it
a
takes
headset?
time.
A
Yeah,
headset
ma'am.
maybe?
Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that.
So it's okay, ma'am. May I start, ma'am?
Go ahead. Thank you.
So, is my screen is audible, visible, ma'am?
Everything is perfect.
So, I'm going to present my paper on reverberations of augmented reality and mixed reality extend in pedagogy. Here, I would like to discuss that in the past decades, the two technologies, namely augmented reality and mixed reality, have become more prominent. Um Augmented reality strongholds the real world as a center of attention, however, just add on elements that are not actually there to amplify the user's experience. Mixed reality, similar to augmented reality, but digital objects negotiate spatially with real world objects. In this paper, I'm going to discuss the introduction and definitions of augmented reality and characteristics of the same. With this, I am going to present definition of mixed reality, and same here with the characteristics of mixed reality. I am going to present the application and examples and the role of augmented and mixed reality in education, then conclusion, and with this references of some of the papers that I have read and do work on this. In introduction, I would say that today's classroom have moved beyond the clunky desktop computers that were once the norm and are now tech infused with tablets, interactive online courses, and even robots that can take notes and record lectures for students who are ill. Such hypnotic technologies are capable of helping learners to understand theoretical concepts rapidly, ready them for professions through simulated happenings, and keep them interesting the learning. College and universities actually launching small and big labs devoted to research on the subject areas of augmented reality, virtual reality, and the combination of both, that is mixed reality. And EdTech is the practice of introducing such IT tools into the classroom to create a more engaging, inclusive, and individualized learning experience. Uh, if I am going to describe the augmented reality, actually this term was first coined by Caudle and Mizell. According to them, augment is the visual field of the user with information necessary in the performance of current task. They believe that augmented reality is not limited to our sense of sight, and it could potentially apply to any of the senses, including hearing, touch, and smell. We can speculate further as to whether tools such as memory aids represent augmentations to other human capabilities like cognition, and establishing meanings and identifying boundaries to concept is a common and important activity. Much research and augmented reality should benefit from the same. Here I am giving the characteristics of augmented reality. There is that there are three characteristics combines with real and virtual and interactive in the real time registered in a three-dimensional. These are the some of the application areas given by the augmented reality. That augmented reality is a direct or indirect view of a physical and real world environment. The elements in the augmented are augmented by computer generated sensory input like sound, video, graphics, or we can say that GPS data. Augmented reality applications are written in distinctive coding language that allow the innovator to fuse animation as well as digital information in the computer program. Unlike virtual reality, which creates a totally artificial environment, augmented reality uses the existing environment and overlays new information on top of it. Augmented reality applications for smartphones typically include global positioning system to locate and detect the exact location of users. Augmented reality applications in military for training purpose may include object recognition and gesture recognitions. Students from medical stream use this technology to practice surgery in a controlled environment. Surgeons can also bring everything into a single view by combining this technology with MRI or X-ray system. I would like to, here are the examples of augmented reality that Pokemon Go, GPS, television, and I have taken this views from some of the sites that are mentioned given below. I'm going to describe what is mixed reality. It is a blend of physical and digital worlds, unlocking the links between human, computer, and environment interaction. This new reality is based on the advancement in computer vision, graphical processing power, display technology, and input system. Moreover, mixed reality consists of two main ideas that is augmented reality and augmented virtuality. According to Milgram, augmented reality is a combination of the real and virtual and contains more real than virtual, whereas augmented virtuality refers to adding elements of reality to a virtual environment and includes more virtual information. For example, virtual objects could be added to a real environment in augmented reality, and a real object could be projected into a virtual environment in augmented virtuality. Their differentiation might rely on whether reality or virtuality is being enhanced, although the immersive learning environment where virtual and real objects coexist in a seamless way is advocated. The differentiations between the augmented virtuality and augmented reality still need to be noticed. Therefore, we can say that augmented reality can be regarded as a mixed reality, which perhaps contains more real than virtual materials and information. Mixed reality was first coined by Paul Milgram in 1994, and he entitled a paper, A Taxonomy of Mixed Reality Visual Displays And in that paper, he introduced the ideas that the mixed reality is a continuum that includes virtual reality and augmented reality, as well as new technologies that will allow digital content to interact with the real world objects and human to interact with digital objects as if they are real. So if I give this Venn diagram, and I try to explain how this human interaction and computer and environment three-dimensional system collaborate to define the mixed reality. It based on the combined real and virtual space, and it is interactive, and it is processed in real time and is registered in 3 dimensions. So this Venn diagram showing interaction between the computers and the humans and even environment too. So mixed reality represents a combination of real and virtual world, where virtual data is inserted into the real environment or vice versa. The main functions of mixed reality system is computer based harmonization of real and virtual scenes, coordination systems, and overlap of virtual and real images. All these given 3 combinations, human input, computer processing, and environmental input, sets the stage for creating true mixed reality experiences. This is the movement through the physical world translates to movement in the digital world. Boundaries in the physical world influence application experiences such as gameplay in the digital world. Without environmental input, experience can't blend between physical and digital realities. So, MR and mixed reality and augmented reality, their role in pedagogy. And these are the images where I have taken from some of the sites, and their links are given below. And that the upcoming generation, the learners, will experience media through incorporated cognition. And they will come to expect that this sort of immersive technologies is the new norm and the finest way to experience media. From now on, fields like healthcare, advertising, military, tourism, and entertainment will be modified. The educational sector diversely stands to benefit the most as well as disrupted the most, just as we have come to expect movies, music, books, and information on demand. People will begin to have on demand expectations for virtual reality and augmented reality resources. The use of such resources in education is a clear area for pedagogical innovation. This technology is going to change everything and disrupt how we learn quite dramatically. However, it is essential that we involve educators and pedagogy experts in the creation of these tools and technologies at an earlier stage while the technology is being developed. The advantage of using augmented reality and virtual reality in learning is that it enables the learner to have immersive experiences in real time, and thus it increasing the user's empathy quotient and also preparing them for scenarios that would be difficult to replicate in the real world. The combination of virtual reality and augmented reality allows the proficiency of complex concepts like neural pathways in the brain or cardiovascular and pulmonary system in the body that can be represented in a considerably more realistic and accurate way. This enables the learner to quickly and intuitively understand what's going on by seeing and experiencing in real time, in spite of reconstructing a similar model in their head from 2 dimensional representation. For example, science labs where dangerous experiments can be carried out by using virtual reality and augmented reality simulation. It will be possible to take more risk by learners in the simulated world, hence experience that would happen in reality. And these technologies would be able to immerse learners in worlds that would never normally be able to experience. For example, that could be virtual reality renditions of the subatomic world. Learners could literally walk around atoms and molecules and experience them with full 3 dimensional HD clarity. It could be feasible for learners to conduct nuclear chain reactions leading to nuclear explosions without confronting any physical harm in real time and virtual reality simulations. And one of the most visible point is that it is possible for of virtual field trips. That would mean that students could go on virtual excursions to almost any place in the world and also to any place out of this world. This is an imagine field trips, that is to the Orion Nebula or the things of Saturn. Imagine vacations on the moons of Jupiter or hiking trips on the canons of Mars. Virtual reality offers opportunities, not just for trips to different places, but also trips back in time. These are the imagined trips to Jurassic Age or the Paleolithic era. Imagine ongoing back in time to when Lincoln was assassinated or to the golden age of ancient Greece. There are no limits to the virtual worlds we could create. And I would like to conclude this paper by saying that the major challenge before us might be the cost. However, both Google Cardboard or Samsung Gear provide mobile virtual reality that requires users to place their smartphones in a headset. This promptly not only brings down the cost, but also standardize these technologies. Going to make learning an advanced and interesting experience, augmented images and high definition videos overlaid upon a real world environment. The possibilities for the use of mixed reality and augmented reality in teaching and learning are vast, and the implication for the classroom would quite profound. Mixed reality and augmented reality technologies break down the geographical restrictions, results and the opportunities in education sectors that wander the mind. Thank you. Here, these are the references. And thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Unfortunately, I added the fact about the cost before you spoke because I've been interested in this and I have tried it.
Yeah.
And even with Google Cardboard, which isn't that great, but the cost is the issue. I think that schools and
Yes.
students and teachers can't really afford this. I wonder what the situation is in India with students and teachers. Any
Yes,
information on that?
it is. Actually, it becomes a very vast concept. And here, it is not properly implemented. What to properly implement it, it is not actually is in schools. It is just is in minds. So some of the higher schools project this projection, however, to some extent, not at all to the large level.
It's like with virtual worlds, it's the same kind of thing. It's not that popular, but teachers are interested. So maybe, you know, this could work if teachers bring it to their schools. Is there
Yes,
any
of
way,
course.
would you be interested in offering a free course? Think about it and, you know, let me know in future time. I can arrange it on the Moodle. If anyone else, maybe Dr. Remish would be interested in getting a few teachers to try out to give a course for teachers from around the globe. This would be a wonderful initiative. So something that we can discuss maybe, because I know teachers are interested. They just need someone to
Yes,
moderate such a course.
this
Yes,
this quarantine happens, so teachers are actually interested.
perfect. Yes, it would be the perfect time. We could do it, you know, now during the summer. You know, I could give you the platform and you could start developing it if you're interested. The mics are open if anyone's interested in unmuting themselves and sharing their thoughts. I think it was Makagala who mentioned it, if I'm not mistaken, that he would be interested.
Uh, Hello, Nelly. Good morning. Thank
Hi,
you so
Dr.
much.
Ramesh.
Yes, in fact,
I don't have to
Deep
see
was.
you. I recognize your voice, of course.
uh, Actually, I would like to share that in India, there is one, this is a national body of National Council for Educational Research and Training in New Delhi. Uh, I'm not sure whether, when you were in New Delhi a few years ago, did you go to
19 in 2015. Did I
so
go
did
anywhere besides the market?
Qutub Minar?
I don't think so. I was
It
only
has
there
been
for
the
4 days.
okay. So it is near there, and they have developed an augmented reality app in which there are markers. So the text is there, and then the other media, it has been integrated as a marker into it. And you will be happy to know that I think it will appear on 1st March in a IEEE publication, our paper on our experiments with virtual reality and augmented reality. What we have done is that, you know very well, everybody, he is very famous, Mahatma Gandhi. So he used to live in Wardha in Maharashtra. His ashram means the place where he used to live. So we created a 360-degree view of that, and the place where he was last cremated in New Delhi, the Samadhi Sthal there. So those historical places which are of heritage importance to us, and we have put them online. So what we did, although means the Google Cardboard and HMD, those things means we invested. My friend Dr. Yashpal Sharma did some. So we have prepared an article which is very soon coming up. As soon as it is published, I will share the link with you.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
when I was in Malaysia, you will laugh at it, how the companies sometimes they do. When I was in Wawasan Open University, there is this openlearning.com platform. I know that this is going live on YouTube, but I don't mind in saying that I was the administrator for that. It is a platform which the government of Australia and government of Malaysia, they approved for their public universities. So we converted, it because you have been associated with Commonwealth of Learning, the SEMBA and SEMPA programs. So Wawasan Open University, we had SEMBA there, and it was the traditional way of, so we converted into fully online. And there I created one course as 360-degree media in education on their platform.
Oh, that's
But
great.
when I returned to India, they they changed their policy. Then they started asking me money,
Oh,
and
you're
when I
kidding,
told
for your
them,
own course. Right.
yeah,
Sounds
and
familiar. Sounds
and
very
now
familiar.
and to my horror and shock,
Oh, gosh.
even previously I used to see at least homepage so that I can tell people that this is my course. Now they hide it, so you can't even see that.
Well, whatever you have on Moodle for Teachers is forever Creative Commons, everything there. And
Yes,
no,
yes,
you will
yeah,
not be locked out or anything like that. But that sounds really familiar. Thank you for
yes,
sharing that. And I hope that you'll be able to share more information in on the platform, in the Moodle
yes.
platform, okay, of this. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining. And again, I apologize for thinking that I had 2 more hours. Sorry about that. So see you at the next session, which is coming